Is the judiciary in democracies a beacon of justice or merely a stalling tactic? An age-old question that continues to spark debates across the globe. The answer, however, is not as clear-cut as one might hope. Consider the case of Brazil, a vibrant democracy known for its slow judicial procedures. The Mensalão scandal, a corruption case that involved high-ranking officials, took a staggering 7 years from the time the charges were filed until the final verdict was delivered. 7 years of painstakingly slow legal procedures and countless adjournments. The wheels of justice, it seems, were grinding at an unbearably slow pace. Across the Atlantic, in the heart of Europe, the situation isn't much different. In Italy, the infamous Mafia Capitale case took over 5 years to reach a verdict. The case, which involved a network of corrupt politicians, businessmen, and mafia members, was a glaring example of how slow judicial procedures can undermine the faith of citizens in the justice system. But the question remains, is it merely inefficiency that plagues the judiciary in democracies, or is there a more sinister problem at play? A closer look at the American justice system might provide some answers. In the United States, racial discrimination in the judiciary is a well-documented fact. According to a study by the Sentencing Project, African American men are on average sentenced to prison terms that are nearly 20% longer than those given to white men for similar crimes. This stark racial disparity in sentencing raises serious questions about the fairness of the judiciary. And it's not just in domestic courts where these issues are evident. Even in international courts, justice often seems to be a luxury rather than a right. The International Criminal Court, for instance, has been criticized for its slow pace and perceived bias against African countries. But what about countries where the judiciary is not a pillar of democracy? Take Saudi Arabia, for instance, a monarchy where the rule of law is swift and decisive. The country boasts one of the lowest crime rates in the world. Yet, the absence of a democratic judiciary also means a lack of checks and balances, leading to potential abuses of power and human rights violations. So, the question remains, is the judiciary in democracies effective or merely a dummy pillar, a facade of justice? The answer, it seems, is a complex mix of both. On one hand, the judiciary provides a crucial check on power, ensuring that no one is above the law. On the other hand, issues of slow judicial procedures, outdated laws, and discrimination continue to plague the system, undermining its effectiveness. In conclusion, it's clear that the judiciary in democracies has its strengths and weaknesses. However, the pursuit of a more effective and fair system of justice must remain a top priority. Only then can the judiciary truly live up to its role as a pillar of democracy, delivering justice swiftly, fairly, and equitably to all.